when Dior is saying as well, I'm hoping this works out well. And when I was reading it, it's exactly the same thing. It's the way it's translated in the book, and the fact that you've translated it into that journey and into that story, where it really brings to life that it is an overnight process. Especially at the moment where we live in so many binaries of things are good
Absolutely.
or bad, things people are accepting, people are not. We come to terms with this. I think to bring, I mean, it's a strange example, but to bring the football into this as well, like the team that's there at the moment are so much more accepting and open and fighting for things, whereas actually not really the football that I remember ignoring when I was growing up.
Yeah. No, I think that's absolutely right. It's interesting that you bring the football into it because I've got a brother who is, as you read, he's 13 years younger than me, and so he's in his early 20s, and he has a very different relationship with the football. So he's just like, "Oh my God, I can't wait for England to win. It's going to be huge." And I also want England to win, fundamentally, but I have a much more complicated relationship, and the reason is, and my brother was like, "But you were born here. Like, why would you not just want England to win?" And it's like, well, you know, he was 5 when the petrol bombing happened. So our house was petrol bombed in a racist attack. And I said to him, I was like, "Do you remember that?" And he said, "No." He said, I've got vague memories of the house being on fire, but not really." And I was like, "Okay, well, I was 17 when that happened, and what that told me as I entered adulthood was that the society that I lived in didn't think I had a place in it. And when that's your starting point, it's very difficult to unlearn that. It's very difficult to tell yourself in the face of literally your house being on fire that actually this is not true. This is not right. What's right is what I feel inside. And so I think it's interesting that you raise the football because I do think it does give rise to these issues of identity and belonging. Interestingly, I saw on Twitter that I think something like 8 of the players of the first 11 players wouldn't be playing if migration wasn't a thing because either a parent or a parent or grandparent is from abroad. So I think it's so much easier to support this team. And yeah, I mean, I guess I do hope they win as well.
Yeah, I mean, don't want to, put the mood down or anything, but we are playing against Italy, who played phenomenally the other night. But anyway, this isn't about football.
Good, because I'd last about 3 seconds before I'd run out of things to say.
Amazing. I'm glad that you rehearsed your lines about the football.